Hi, this is Sharon at fitinfun.com, and I'm showing you the package of Kombu that I have opened. And it really doesn't matter if you leave it open because it's dried seaweed. And you see that white kind of particulate on there. And everything I read always starts with take a damp cloth and wipe it down. So I do that. As soon as you take a damp cloth and wipe it down, this stuff kind of softens up. It's very brittle right now. It's hard to cut, but I could break it. And so you wipe that stuff off, and then you make cuts into it. Either cut it in pieces or just cut some slices into it. I don't know why. I guess that lets the stuff out more. And you soak it in water overnight. And so I pour distilled water in a bowl. I stick this in the bowl, put it in the fridge overnight. And the next morning, you've got this water that looks just a little tinge of color, but what has happened to it is it's kind of goopy. And I guess that's the stuff coming out of the seaweed. I've read multiple things to do. Some people say to strain that goop and, use like a wire mesh strainer and just use the clear. And one person that wrote that said in his blog something to the effect of, and this goes for everything, strain everything, no matter what you do, strain it. And so I was like, oh, I never strained anything, maybe I should be doing that. So that's given me a little food for thought. But anyways, so you have that liquid, and what you'll do with that liquid is use it for miso soup, and oh my goodness, what a difference. It's amazing. And my miso soup is already pretty good. I have that recipe somewhere. I'll figure out where and link to it, but miso soup for breakfast, you should be doing it. And so I use it there, and that's just the liquid though, and there's again multiple answers on what to do with this plant once it's soaked in the water all night. And what happens to it, I've done this a few times, and sometimes it plumps up and looks really luscious, and sometimes it doesn't really plump up that much. So I'm like, I don't know. But I've heard either throw it out or julienne it and make it like a really fine thing that you would put in coleslaw, and then put some whatever kind of dressing on it and make it into a salad, or add it to a salad. And I've also heard to take those little pieces you cut up and just saute them within anything else. And I'm thinking either one of those is probably a great option, but I haven't done either one. And I also need to time this because this thing is big when you take it out. Like right now, you can see by my hand, it's like, say, I don't know, not 8 by 6 inches or 5 inches by 8 inches, something like that. And it doesn't, well, first of all, this particular one's folded over, so it'll get bigger, but it doesn't get bigger in width and height. What it gets bigger in is the thickness. So you end up with a big old lump of this stuff, and I've thrown it out both times because I guess it's only been 2 times. I just couldn't deal with it, and I didn't need to, and it's not that expensive. I think this was like, I don't even know, less than $10 for sure. And you need to have a plan though. Don't just do it. And next time I do it, I'll have a plan, so maybe I'll tell you about it then. Anyways, that's a lot of changes that happened to me, and I used to weigh 275 pounds. I thought I was going to die like that. I thought I was never going to stop gaining weight, and today I'm under 140 for sure. And so much healthier, so much happier, and I get to do this. So I hope you'll take a look at some of my links and see if you can join me. It's much better over here. Be sure to fit in fun in everything you're doing.